coming after election. We are now in governance because we are all responsible for the future of Nigeria. We have the destiny of our young ones in our hands. And therefore, it doesn't matter the political party you were elected. It doesn't matter the platform. What matters is delivery of dividends of democracy and getting the people to have confidence in their government.
Some would say that, you know, but you chaired the PDP Governors Forum.
Yeah.
Why was it formed in the first?
Exactly. But
yeah, you see, the PDP Governors Forum I would say it was a necessity. It's something that I felt was delayed. And delayed for very good reasons. Number one, when the PDP started in 1999, they had over 30 states of the Federation. And so the Nigerian Governors Forum really did not have any dichotomy. So the PDP was in total control of the Nigerian Governors Forum because they had over 33 states or thereabout when they started. And then, of course, with the democracy evolving and with the internal wrangling within the party, the rank and file of the governors of the PDP, you know, continued to deplete. And right now, we now ended up with about 23 governors only. And if you don't take time and you don't form a unified force, automatically you will continue to go down. And so you have the Northern Governors Forum, you have the Southeast Governors Forum, you have the South-South Governors Forum, you even have the Asian Governors Forum, and now people are forming what they call the Progressive Governors Forum. All those things are not, they are meant, the regionalization or whatever, they are meant to discuss the affairs of their various regions, discuss the affairs of their various domains. And then in spite of it, we even have ABGA Governors Forum. And I was surprised one day when my brother, Governor Kurucha, was telling me that I was referring to Governor B as his chairman. And I said, chairman of what? He said, chairman of ABGA Governors Forum, but they are only two. So the PDP had to come together to form the PDP Governors Forum so we can discuss specifically the affairs of our party. And don't forget that if we are not united, Nigeria is not united, because the whole country has given confidence, and the whole country has reposed its confidence in the PDP. Right from 1999, we have been in charge of the federal government. And so it's a very big thing for you to know. It's important that the PDP comes together. It's important that the PDP seems to be very united. It's important that the PDP articulates policies in its various states that can, you know, continue to boost the confidence of Nigerians and therefore continue to allow us to control the federal government. This was why the PDP Governors Forum came. It wasn't meant to whittle down, in quote, the powers of Nigerian Governors Forum because we are a majority in the Nigerian Governors Forum. And so what kind of power will you be whittling?
Well, you know? It's just to, you know, the last time we interviewed you was at the South-South Economic Summit.
Yeah.
A host of people are saying that summit, it's very unlikely that summit might hold because there is some rancor between governors in the South-South. Is that true?
No. The South-South Economic Summit, yes, the governors propel it, but I think it was organized by the Brace Commission.
Yes.
Is there any rancor within the Brace Commission? I don't think so.
If the governors are not propelling it, I mean, with all the force or not showing interest in it, can the Brace Commission work?
I'm not really aware that within the South-South Governors Forum that there's any rancor. I believe that, you know, like I said, you can have one or two people disagreeing with one another, but we must focus on the collective interests of the region and the collective interests of Nigerians. And that's why I was explaining to him when they say, oh, you are the closest person to the president. No, it's not you are the closest. You are one of those who wish the president well. Because if the president succeeds in his endeavor as president of Nigeria, it means my children have succeeded. It means I have succeeded. Don't forget, if he's able to bring security to the nation, it means you are secured. If he's able to revamp the educational system, it means your children have a future.
So, yes. Is it getting that support now?
That is the answer that from me. He's getting that support. I'm doing everything, and I'm calling on you, the media, the governors, and then, of course, the stakeholders in Nigeria to support the presidency. You know, election, people shouldn't be looking at elections. People are, you know, it doesn't matter who comes in. What matters is let us support the person that comes in for the tenure we have given that person so the person can succeed.
But you know,
no distraction cannot allow somebody...
But can't you advance the opinion? Because some people think that he's not getting it right in terms of governance. Some people
no. If you have constructive criticisms, then you bring them out. Areas that you think is not getting right, you bring it out, and I'm sure you will listen. For instance, I'm also a listening governor. If you bring out areas that you think have failed to do well, I definitely will look at those things. And of course, that's why I read the papers. I make judgments. There are instances in which I see opinion of Akwa Ibom people in some of the local government areas, and I said, go there and find out if this is correct.
How free is opposition in the state? Because all through last night we were trying to sample some opinions from some people.
Yeah.
How free is opposition in Akwa Ibom?
How free?
Yes. Are they allowed to freely express themselves?
They are so free that I even give more security to opposition leaders than I give to myself. Whenever, because there was a point in time in my state where the opposition had nothing to fault the government except criminality. So what did they do? Whenever there is a crime, they will say, oh, it's government that is committing the crime. If a school teacher was kidnapped, and they will say it's government. And yet we were bounded by states that were full of kidnapping and insecurity. At that time, we had problem in Abia State, we had problem in Rivers State. So all those things, we had cross-border crimes and all that. And then in opposition in Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom was the only state where any single infraction in security was blamed on government because there was nothing produced in faulting the government. Therefore, what I had to do, I provide more security for opposition leaders than myself because I did not want them to kidnap themselves. And then I was going to blame the government. So the opposition was very free. Akwa Ibom, we have over 59, in fact, at the last count, we have 69 newspapers. 69 newspapers. And if you want to, after this interview, follow me to the street. You buy one of them. There's one of them that you see when you say Governor Fabio caught in London while I'm here with you with $70 million. And you can imagine the governor with $70 million on his head.
We'll listen just a moment.